Owerri. How was your weekend? I hope you did have a good weekend. Well, some people will be arguing that too many things are going on wrong, so there was no happy weekend. It's always a happy weekend. And this week, we pray and we hope that no bad news filter. Last week, it was about 10 days, 10 incidences of bad news in Nigeria. This week, we pray that we have something different because good news has started coming. Well, before we start up, we thank God that 38 of those Kwara State Church abduction has all regained their freedom and they are all alive. We thank God for that good news. At least we woke up to yesterday to hear about the good news. And of course, 50 of those Catholic students that were kidnapped, 50 of them have since escaped and they have returned and reunited with their families. We still pray for over 200 of them that are still missing to have their find their way back home. All right, that's it. Welcome aboard to the massive program. Welcome to the main event on radio. It is a Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7 with the Radio Marshal by Rick Osmos. Welcome aboard, people. The good one greets everybody. It's going to be a happy week, and I pray that this week we bring you good news, not bad news, but definitely we are starting off today with the fallout of last week because Peter Obi is in the news again. Some people call him the only opposition in Nigeria. He has been in the news this weekend either because his team is asking and begging Atiku to drop out of the presidential race. And of course, they're asking, why is Peter Obi afraid of going through the normal primary and all that? So Peter Obi has joined his voice to the recent live jail of Nnamdi Kanu, as well as the security concerns, all that. But the big question Peter Obi is asking this morning is, why is Nigeria persistently bleeding? Why is Nigeria persistently bleeding? Then he prefers a solution, and this is what we are going to talk about this morning. Also, we have it on authority that Nnamdi Kanu has been jailed, and Orji Uzor, former governor of Abia State, and Nnamdi Kanu is saying that Igbos should stop being emotional, that we do not consider the people that were killed because of Nnamdi Kanu's activities, that a lot of people, Igbos, died. What about those Igbos that died? Are they not Igbos? Why are we not crying for the soul and the people that lost their businesses? Some buses were burnt. Some houses were burnt, people lost their businesses, people were killed because of the activities of IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu. Well, IPOB has since denied a whole lot of this, and of course they say the sit at home is not they are making after the first sit at home they ordered. They have not ordered anyone other than that, and they did not take responsibility for any of the destruction of the police. But again, they played out a lot of broadcasts Nnamdi Kanu did during his freedom time, where he was calling for even people to attack Murtala Mohammed Airport, attack Lagos, and kill people, kill that, according to the reports we are getting. So, with this, why is Nigeria bleeding? That's the question. And Orji Uzor is saying, what about the people that were killed? Are they not Igbos? A lot of Igbos died. Why are we not crying for them? So this is a very, very serious matter to discuss this morning. Let's delve into it. All security challenges. It is all, why is Nigeria bleeding? Because the things that are supposed to be done have not been done. For the past 10 days, I'm going to give you a rundown of the past 10 days, every day, what activity. Of recent, we also heard again that a lieutenant colonel was killed. The lieutenant colonel was the commander of 114 Battalion in Borno State, and then he was going to Borno from Bita, and then his convoy went into a landmine and exploded. He came down to assess the level of damage, only to be ambushed by Boko Haram terrorists, and they shot him dead on the spot. Now, that's the news that came out as at yesterday again. So, people, this is Nigeria bleeding. Still on that, the federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the withdrawal of about 100,000 police officers. Imagine that, 100,000 police officers from active protection of the allies in the society, this private security of private individuals that have money that will pack Nigerian police. 100,000 100,000 of Nigerian police safeguarding some big shots. And the president has ordered and the IG has withdrawn 100,000 of them, saying that anybody who needs those kind of security should go and invite the civil defense who are armed and trained. So with this now, is the president now being serious and tackling this thing by withdrawing police officers who are supposed to be in the field protecting Nigeria? Why is Nigeria bleeding? According to Peter Obi, persistently bleeding. That is what we are going to be looking at this morning, people. Welcome aboard to the Massive program. It is a Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. All right, people, shall we go take a look at what the papers are saying this morning? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Very clear, sunny one out that. Everybody, the traders should be happy now. No more rain for you to be packing in and packing out because of the rain. Everybody is getting to Christmas season. Let's go celebrating with the newspapers this morning. All right, people, let's go and take a look at the Authority newspaper. The Authority newspaper this morning from our local dailies here. DSS slams criminal charges against Sowore over claims on Tinubu. That is Leaks X Meta Incorporation as defendants. Now, it is becoming very, very serious that if you say things against Tinubu, the DSS will come after you. It's a DSS now. An arm wing of Tinubu, nobody understands again. First, it was Natasha. The DSS came after her because she made disparaging claims about the Senate president. Now, it's a DSS slamming criminal charges against Sowore over claims of Tinubu. Remember that Sowore called the president, in quote, criminal, and that the DSS has since not forgotten about that matter. And they have listed X and Meta Incorporation as defendant. X is the Twitter, and of course Meta is the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and all that. So they are listing them as defendants on the matter. So in this matter now, is it Nigerian government taking Facebook and Instagram to court, and as well as X handle to court? And Sowore, because Sowore uses this platform to pass out his message. Only time will tell. Let's take a look at that. Emergency rule, I have stabilized Rivers, Ibas declares. That is a former administrator of Rivers State that was accused in 6 months has embezzled more money than governors embezzled in 8 years. Well, there's no substance to that story yet, but definitely said he has stabilized Rivers State. How did you stabilize it? Don't provoke bandits after peace deal. This is coming from Gumi. This guy, Gumi, is beginning to... There's no doubt he is the mouthpiece and spokesperson for the bandits. And the government keep allowing this man to be uttering nonsense all the time. Who provoked them before they came killing people? Who provoked them before they came killing people? Anyway, Peter Obi's comment was met with a similar comment that Gumi is asking for understanding and dialogue with the bandits. Peter Obi is asking for dialogue with IPOB. So does it mean that the bandits, the activities, and that of IPOB are the same thing? That is what Gumi and his acolytes are saying, that IPOB actually is asking for separation from Nigeria to form the Republic of Biafra. What are the bandits asking for? What are terrorists asking for? Can somebody just tell Gumi to explain to us what exactly is terrorist? What are they fighting for? They come to the church, they kill people. They go to school, they kidnap school children, 8-year, 6-year-old children. What are they fighting? What exactly is their demand? What are they asking for? At least we know IPOB wants Biafra. What are the bandits? What do they want? So it is very, very annoying, to say the least, that Gumi would be asking and comparing IPOB to the bandits and terrorists. Unfortunately, a Nigerian government has proscribed and named IPOB as a terrorist organization. While the bandits have never been called terrorists, they are called bandits, the thieves. RFI say it's a business, so they are doing business. Well, only God will help Nigeria with this kind of rhetorics that are very funny to the ears. Jesus Foundation miracle, nah, I'm not taking that one. Hoo-ha. NUJ Southeast holds a ZEC meeting in Imo Saturday, 30th of November. That is on the Star Post Express newspaper. NUJ, Nigerian Union of Journalists, that is our body, our parent body governing all of us who are in the media profession. The NUJ will be holding their ZEC meeting, that is the Zonal Executive Meeting in Imo on Saturday, 30th November. My chairman, Nwanguma, will be there, definitely. Imo TUC Visit Pilgrim Board, Chairman Father Ab Laribe is there talking. And a constitutional lawyer, Ikenna Ahumibe, all right, supports proposed 1999 Constitution amendment. Urges National Assembly to take cognizance of sections 174 and 214. What does that section say? Grab a copy of the Star Post Express and get yourself acquainted with section 174 and 211. And of course, Comrade Ifeanyi Nwanguma, a quintessential Imo NUJ Council Chairman. What a story. And the group set to present a good man to Ndimo. Akagburonye identifies a heart for God as the cornerstone of Christendom. That is all on the Star Post Express. We now move on to the Nigerian News Point. At the Nigerian News Point, somebody reacts after Kanu was transferred to Sokoto prison, says, don't say I didn't warn you. All right, still on the new Nigerian News Point, plot 137138 at Emmanuel College, Owerri, not for sale. Everybody beware. IPOB leaders imprisonment. Betty supports Amadi, says trial of Kanu is trial of entire Igbo people. All right, Peter Obi, it's unfortunate Nnamdi Kanu handed life imprisonment could fuel division. All right, terrorism charge. FJ moves IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto prisons with heavy security presence. As his family mourn, lawyers get ready for appeal in 90 days. Now, all right, Nnamdi Kanu's case is in Abuja. They moved him to Sokoto State. The filing Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be doing is in Abuja. The next thing now, they'll say he did not file this on time, he didn't do this on time, he didn't do this on... I mean, is this not an orchestrated plan to frustrate Nnamdi Kanu's appeal? His case is in Abuja. Justice Omoto just said because he was persistently posting even while in detention, he should not be allowed near any electronic device. So how is he going to do his court filings? Are they going to be using private jet from Sokoto and bring him to Abuja and take him back to the prison? How is he supposed to do his filings in court? How is he supposed to appeal when his lawyers, most of them stay in Abuja and the southeast here, to travel to Lagos, Sokoto, back and forth? Do you know where Sokoto is? This is a complete trap set. And very firmly, they will not tell us. There's a 90 days period. In these 90 days, what is he supposed to do? Get the court ruling in writing, which they refuse to give it to him on that day. Now, if they give him the court ruling, he has to read through what they have said, get this in, and then look for evidences. Is he going to do that from Sokoto prison? I mean, this is all getting too much for this young man. It's getting just too much for one man to handle. Nigerian government, what is your problem? You have jailed the man. Let him be in prison in Abuja where he can have access to his lawyers. No way. His doctor, no way. You sent him to Sokoto State, a predominantly Fulani Caliphate headquarters. Recall the lots and lots of things Nnamdi Kanu said against the Fulani people. And they now put him in the midst of the Fulani people. What is he going to eat? The food they serve there, is it going to be what he eats, what is used to? Definitely what they'll be feeding the people in Sokoto State are the people, predominantly are people from within that place that will be in that jail. Are they going to give him special treatment and give him food different from what the prisoners are eating? These are all questions people are asking. These are all questions his lawyers are asking. Barrister Maxwell went to visit him and made an online video, which we saw, and then he was also lamenting what I'm saying now. So it's kind of funny. So how are they going to appeal? Anyway, they are getting ready to appeal in 90 days. That's the maximum period he has to appeal at the Court of Appeal. And then whatever, let it be what he has said. All right, we also have U.S. Secretary of War to Ribadu-led delegation. Demonstrate commitment to kill jihadists as Trump puts Nigeria on notice. Okay, it was an unconfirmed report that the U.S. Congress have voted in favor of military action in Nigeria. I have not confirmed that story, but it was flying on social media. They say the vote was about 285. They had about 382 votes, and the ayes had 285, which is almost 100, almost about 90-something say nay to that military presence in Nigeria. Well, if that is true, Nigeria should be getting up for military presence in Nigeria from the U.S. Igbos, only people you will see fighting themselves on social media, says Ebuka Obi. Okay, Pastor Ebuka Obi is saying Igbos are the only people who fight themselves on social media. Tinubu for Better Nigeria, Ngokpala chapter inaugurated in Imo, and then Kabiru, Turaki, Peter Obi, and Trump's threat. That is all on the Nigerian News Point. And finally, when Justice Omotosho misquoted American law to justify Nigerian judgment, where they branded Nnamdi Kanu international terrorist. Where has Nnamdi Kanu terrorized anywhere in the world before? Has he bombed any airport, hijacked plane, killed anybody abroad? And now he's been branded as international terrorist. What a bombshell. Anyway, that is it for the local front. Let's head on now to the National Daily, starting with the Punch newspaper. On the Punch newspaper, we have mass abduction crisis. Tinubu pulls 100,000 policemen from VIPs. All right, I've told you about that earlier on. We also have Nigeria going through troubling times. That is coming from Peter Obi. We will analyze everything Peter Obi said. U.S. condemned Niger Kebbi school abductions and demand justice. All right, let's take a little bit of that story to see what the point of the U.S. is saying. The United States has condemned the abduction of students and teachers in Niger State, as well as the earlier kidnapping of schoolgirls in Kebbi State. Well, in a statement issued on Monday via its ex-handle, the State Department Bureau of African Affairs described the attacks as acts that must not go unpunished and urged the federal government to bring the perpetrators to justice. It further called on the government to strengthen security measures and guarantee the safety of vulnerable communities, including Christian populations. It wrote, the United States condemned the mass abduction of reportedly over 300 students and teachers from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papuri, Niger State, Nigeria, and the kidnapping just days before its 25 schoolgirls from the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School in Maga, Kebbi State. Those responsible for these criminal actions are swiftly to be caught and captured and held accountable. The Nigerian government must act decisively and do more to protect Christians and ensure Nigerians can live, learn, and practice their religion freely without fear or terror. That is the statement from the United States. All right, as the U.S. condemn Niger and Kebbi school abductions. Are you aware that in Borno State, another 13 young girls were kidnapped, abducted from their farm just yesterday? All right, 38 abducted Kwara church worshippers regained freedom. Well, it is still not clear if ransom was paid, but the news came on. The Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak has announced the release of 38 persons who were recently abducted during an attack on Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku, Ekiti local government area of the state. This was disclosed in a statement by the governor's chief press secretary, Rafiu Jakaye, on Sunday. Well, after many days of hard work by security forces and government representatives, His Excellency Abdurrahman, CON, is excited to announce the freedom of 38 persons who were recently abducted in an attack on Christ Apostolic Church, Eruku, Ekiti, LGA of Kwara State. The statement partly read, the governor credited President Bola Tinubu for his hands-on involvement in ensuring the victims regain their freedom. Well, the governor says this is wholly due to hands-on approach of President Bola Tinubu, who has personally led the effort to free the abductees. The abductees were freed today, November 23rd. The governor is immensely grateful to President Bola Tinubu. Recall the president had postponed his trip. All right, the president had called off his scheduled trip for the G20 meeting in South Africa to attend to the breaches in Kwara and Kebbi State. Well, he had also directed heightened security deployment to Kwara. Now, there is no mention of ransom. For those of you who are saying that the ransom was paid, but the governor has also expressed his appreciation of the Office of the National Security Advisor. Finally, the governor thanked other stakeholders whose support aided in ensuring the abductees. Also, concerning the release, Punch, Michael Agbabiaka of the Punch said the state service contacted the community around 4 p.m. to inform them that the captives have been freed. He noted that the community was anxiously awaiting their arrival back home, and that is exactly what happened. So there is no mention of ransom, but it is still very sketchy. How were they freed? We didn't hear that there was a gun duel, there was an attack, there was nothing. All of a sudden, they just freed all 38 of them. Now, recall that some government officials were trying to negotiate with these people. And what happened during the negotiation has not been made public yet. But then, fingers are still being crossed, waiting to hear any whiff if there was ransom paid. Recall they were demanding 100 million naira per head. All right, 38, that would be 3.8 trillion naira. Not funny. 3.8 trillion naira in the hands of bandits if it was actually paid. But I doubt it if it was paid. FRSC officer daughter suspected killer arrested in Ghana. Another Nigerian graduate dies in UK. Not good. All right. We also have audit uncovers over 61 billion naira payment breaches in NNPC. That is a developing story. We keep our fingers crossed on that one. Let's head on now to the Daily Post newspaper. Welcome back to the newspapers and the Daily Post newspaper. We have okay, that paper is not coming up. Let's move on now to another newspaper. All right, the Daily Post newspaper finally decided to behave himself. I have been working tirelessly to secure release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is Orji Uzor Kalu said. The Abia North Senator Orji Uzor Kalu has called for a political solution to the issue surrounding the legal battle of Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I watched the video where he was talking. He also said a lot of Igbos died. Why are Nigerians so emotional? Why are the Igbos emotional? Why is it that a lot of Igbos died and everybody is not talking about them? True, a lot of people died. So many people recall the situation where a bus was set ablaze with the passengers inside during this enforcement of the sit-at-home. These are things we shouldn't forget either. As true and as bitter as that truth is, it is true. A lot of people died. Police stations were burned. Policemen died. Military people died. How about them? These are people that also died at the activities of the so-called enforcers of sit-at-home. Well, some people call ASN, some say they are IPOB, some say they are unknown gunmen. They killed a whole lot of people. Recall in Orji here, there was a massacre, there was a butcher of people there at Orji, near Orji flyover and all that. So we can't just forget those things like it never happened. It did happen. So, but at the end of the day, did Nnamdi Kanu commit all those crimes? Well, according to what the court has said, he masterminded it and he called out for these things to happen. Well, none of them has been tied to him directly, but it is because he is a leader of IPOB. All right. Let's insecurity. Why Nigeria is persistently bleeding. We'll talk about that later. U.S. condemns KB Niger school abduction. And of course, I think that's the story on that one. We also have North Central APC Forum accuses Yilwada of blocking Governor Muftwang defection. Okay, that one, Governor Muftwang of Plateau State, they said Yilwada, that is the chairman of APC, is blocking his defection. Kwara PDP welcome release of Eruku abductees and demand arrest of perpetrators. Insecurity, ask for help or resign. PDP tells Tinubu, ask for help or resign. Ganduje, Kano APC stakeholders endorsed Tinubu as a unanimous candidate, and Osun AAC warns public against fake working committee list misguided. APC knocks Peter Obi over comments on Nnamdi Kanu's conviction. All right, that's the much I'll be taking on the papers. Let's open up the phone lines now for you to holler. It's time for you to add your voice to the conversation. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Welcome aboard, people. Who'll be my first caller? Good morning.
Good morning. This morning, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard, sire. Name and submission.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right.
Barry.
Sir.
I don't want to go on Audis Okali's comment.
Okay.
We know him. So I don't know whether. You see this script being read by Omotocho.
Yeah.
He has done his own as a judge. So I know the supreme being that judges everybody is judging.
Okay.
We judge him, yes. What everything that's happening to him and the Kano is well planned. You took him to Sokoto prison. You are reading this script. Even these people, they don't know how to play on the president of Nigeria. You started calling Nnamdi Kanu do this to pretend. Nnamdi Kanu do to America. And the same America you are calling, I thought about protesting in America, protesting in Britain. They never tagged them terrorists. A chief judge that called himself a judge started making a friend that they call America is this. You can see how biased this man, called a motor short. I don't have my word, this one is very short.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome. Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
This is Awuja from Nekede.
Awuja, go ahead.
You see, it appears that Nnamdi Kanu's case was concluded in the presidential launch. Then I'm brought to the court to announce. There was no due process. Everything had been arranged and planned in such a way so that if we do this, we take him to Sokoto immediately. Then do this, frustrating all efforts for him to survive. Then that is Nigeria for you, and this is Nigerian judiciary. You see, what I like Nigerian judiciary very well, because the judge cases according to faces they see, not according to the realities of what happened. Then if two of us, Barry and Awuja, go somewhere today to steal, then because two of us, you have somebody in the judiciary or personalities in the society, your own judgment will be, Barry, you will go for 1 year imprisonment. Awuja, your own is life. But we saw the same thing. We all arranged and planned for the same thing. Just this is Nigeria for you.
All right,
but that is God. Thank you.
All right. I want to ask a question. What Orji Zakalu said, is it lie? Did these things happen? Why are we not talking about those ones that are dead either? It's just a question I'm asking, just like Orji Zakalu asked this morning. So let's also remember those people. They have families who are also in grief. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning. Welcome aboard. Hello?
It's Michael calling from Nekede.
All right, go ahead. Speak up.
Barry, what you are saying is true. Those that died, really, Nigeria is supposed to ask for them.
All right.
You will remember after this swelling in of Tinubu, this man from River State, I've forgotten his name, Alhaji Asare Kubo. He made it publicly that he was paid by some Southeast governors to cause those harm. And he was walking in the streets. No person has asked him, who paid him? Who do you kill? but he's walking free. See what Kumi is saying. Let there be peace with the Boko Haram, the bandits, the terrorists. It is the simple thing that Nnamdi Kanu actually stand terrorists. What is happening? This time, after Nigeria to move forward, it's very Nigeria. I'm ashamed, totally ashamed of our church.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Let them go. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. Name and submission.
I'm calling, my name is Chibuza. I'm calling from Nazareth.
All right.
We want to talk about, I'm hearing what you're saying concerning Nnamdi Kanu. What is Okalo say? I wish that you can ask Audit Okalo this question. Why did he bring this report before the judgment that they were up to or more than 30,000 people killed in the Southeast? You know, they all think that that was the end of the road for the man. But as we all know, including him, everybody knows the truth that the man is innocent. Likewise,
can you exonerate Nnamdi Kanu completely from the activities of ESN and some people who claim to be enforcers of sit at home? Can you exonerate Nnamdi Kanu completely from that?
Yes, I will do that.
How? Explain to me.
You know, whenever sit at home is being called,
okay,
you will hear from the leadership of IPOP, the strong Nnamdi Kanu say, they will come out and say that our hand is not in this sit at home. They will tell you that whatever that is happening, our hand is not there. Even Nnamdi Kanu writes directly from his lawyer,
okay,
that he has given the order, let sit at home be cancelled in the Southeast. That those enforcing sit at home are not his followers.
Okay. Okay. Great. I accept that. So who formed the ESN?
Now, Nnamdi Kanu formed the Eastern Security Network, which is ESN.
Okay.
And the works of the ESN is to protect our forests against the Fulani jihadists who are coming to attack our people. That anybody you see in the town saying that ESN, that is not among his people, that the works of ESN is to protect his people from the terrorists.
Okay.
Who are coming in to kill them.
So the activities of ESM that were not according to plan, how do you explain that?
Now, the activities of the ESM is to protect the people, not to destroy the people.
Okay.
So, if you watch out few days now, any attack against the Southeast, they will no longer target to the ESM.
Okay.
So you'll be hearing the governor or anybody, they will say it's a political fight. Those who want to destroy their government.
All right.
What they are doing.
Thank you very much, my brother. I think you've answered the questions a lot of people are asking. Why I'm asking you this question is to get more info from the likes of you who are listening and are aware of all this situation. I thank you for your honest opinion. Thank you very much. All right, that was our brother there. He was speaking candidly. We had to ask the question because these are the things that have been tied to Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, he ordered the very first sit at home, which was obeyed massively. I think the second one was also obeyed. But after that, the sit at home turned into something else. Any good thing you are doing, just know that somebody is going to turn it against you. And this is exactly what has happened in this case. Now, there are also a lot of, I think one of these days, I'm going to gather some of these broadcasts Nnamdi Kanu made that they used against him, especially the ones they quoted inside the judgment. So let's hear what exactly he said and what was used against him. Let's continue. Hello, good morning. Hello? I can't hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry, my very good friend.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
I usually come from the keys of the Imo State.
Okay.
Well, who said our president is not favorably disposed at the security of Nigerian citizens? How else can one explain the fact that Mr. President has ordered the recruitment of 100,000 policemen, ordered that all the security guards, attached to the VIPs be withdrawn, and sent his VP to the scene of the kidnapped 25 children, and ordered the chief of defense staff to relocate to that place. What else do we require to know of a president who is not having an unprecedented listening ear to the problems of his people?
So Chief Jude, hold on. Before you start singing Song of Praise, so we have to wait for people to be abducted, killed, kidnapped, butchered before the president will act? Is that what you're saying? You're congratulating the president for allowing this state to get to this level?
He's acting very positively. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that Mr. President. Mr. President is only Mr. President. He's not a security agent.
So why are you praising him now? Why are you praising him?
I'm praising him because he has done what is expected of him to do, and even surpassed what so many are saying that he has not been able to do. That is the point I'm making.
Okay. Okay. Let me also shock you. Are you aware that last night 13 young girls were also kidnapped in Borno State? As you are praising him for this one, what are you going to say this one now?
Is he going to be everywhere?
That is his job to be everywhere. It is his job to be everywhere. So don't sing song of praise to somebody because he did one good thing. Well, there are thousands of bad things. Let's leave that. I don't want us to be... The sycophancy is just too much when it comes to... These are people dying.
Let me shock you about it.
Okay.
Let me shock you.
Go ahead.
Do you know that this barrage of insecurity activities are not the tempo is increasing because we are getting to the pendulum of politics has started swinging left and right and then up and down.
Since is that a shock? Is that what you call shock?
No. Can you not believe that these insecurity activities are politically motivated? Just the Spanish has spared the image of the ruling party.
That's a lie. That is a big fat lie, and you know it. Hold on. It's not what I agree. Chief Jude, I love talking to you. Hold on. I mean, I love our little band that helps me to enjoy my show. So, and I want people who are angry to know that this is part of the show. We need to hear it. Now, the issue is that since 2023, when Tinubu was sworn in, insecurity from that day to today keep rising. Are you telling me that it's because we're coming close to the election? Last year, was it different from now? 2 years ago, was it different from now? So what are you talking about?
So the tempo this time around, whether I want to believe it or not, is higher than what it has always been.
That shows you the incapability of you allowing the terrorists. Are you aware? Let me also tell you say you want to shock me. Are you aware that in the security situation, bandits are now giving instructions to our security people? A bandit leader who they called for a peace deal brought the uniform of a policeman whom he killed and paraded his dead body naked. He brought the uniform and told the government, don't bring any policeman. If any policeman need to be there, they may come with mufti. That he doesn't want to see anybody with police uniform or army. That is the audacity that has come up to be in Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what can you shock me with? Which one is shock?
This bears eloquent testimony that there are Nigerians like you and me, politicians, security agents who are aiding and abetting these security activities, who are even sponsoring them. How do you explain the fact that the
Mention one. Give me one.
What?
Mention one.
Don't worry. At the appropriate time, I will tell you. Right? But let me tell you, how do you explain the sophistication that some of these people are having weapons and arms and ammunition that are even higher than those of our conventional security agents? How do you explain that? If not the fact that at least some group of Nigerians who have decided to be unpatriotic, who want to achieve an undeserved and non-warranted political scorecard, just to tarnish the image of Mr. President and his ruling party.
So who are you going to blame for that? Who are you going to blame for that? Is the president not supposed to make sure it doesn't happen?
I'm unpatriotic Nigerians who are involving themselves in this. Because
All
they
right.
fail to know that politics has come and gone. We are not in government. Let's expect that every Tom, Duke, and Harry, including that you, Barry, will
Okay.
contribute to our own quota for our overall national socio-economic development and no more, no less.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Chief Jude.
It's my pleasure. That is my pleasure.
Chief Jude is my favorite caller. If you people don't understand, I love having a banter with him. It helps us to understand it. For those of you who get angry, you need to understand that this is what Nigerians are feeling. There are a lot of people who are like Chief Jude who don't talk. But because he has his own way of saying it the way it is, and a lot of you get angry. But you're not supposed to be angry. There are so many people who are doing Tinubu for president. Tinubu this, Tinubu did that. But they are not coming on the radio to call in and air their voices, and you get angry with Chief Jude. So please, let us hear what Chief Jude has to say and the likes of Chief Jude, but never get angry with him. Engage in constructive talk, and that's how to bring about peace among the people. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
I greet you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, this is Ahmad calls from Uche Street in Owerri.
All right.
Yeah, Mr. Cosmos, if you go through the social media to this morning, you will see where El-Rufai has accused the present Kaduna government.
Okay, of paying 1 billion, right?
Of paying 1 billion naira to bandits.
Okay.
And he backed it up with the fact that if he denies it, if the Kaduna government denies this or disagrees, that he has evidence to prove that what he's saying is truth.
All right, I remember.
I don't know whether you have seen it.
I've seen it.
Now the Carlo and sit at home history. I think Ojogo Carlo has a point. Only that maybe the fact remains that sometimes when you are the leader or you are the head, you tell those or your subordinates to do one thing, they go and do another thing. And whatever you said to achieve, some people misrepresent you.
Okay.
We go about doing something different from your target.
Okay.
So that is the problem of that sit at home. Although it was initially initiated, that at a point, when IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu saw that it was counterproductive, they had to erase it. But some people continue, capitalize on it, continue doing it. That is the fact.
All right, thank you.
Amma from Uche Street.
Thank you very much, Amma. Before we go on our this thing break, let me just take like 2 or 3 messages. Bright Spark says, good morning, Echo FM. Thank you, Bright. Ihejato Lily, and good morning, Big Brother Barry. God continue to bless you. And happy new week in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much, Ihejato Lily. And we also have Henry Mr. say this country now. Wow. All right, fire Jim Konye from Obiakpo said, Mr. President, ordering withdrawal of police officers from VIP is a very welcome development, because I don't see the reason why about 5 or 4 or more than police officers should be guarding one person, whereas people are being kidnapped and killed due to lack of security officers to safeguard people, properties, and our communities. I'm also advising Mr. President to minimize the number of of security officers that are being attached to government officials and deploy them to various places where they are mostly needed to protect life and property. Lastly, it's a good news to hear that Kwara Church members have regained their freedom, but would ransom be paid before releasing them, or are they being released by security officers without arresting the abductors? Because paying a ransom to criminals or terrorist groups can make kidnapping a more lucrative and viable business model for criminal organizations and terrorist groups. A lot of people are saying that. When we come back, we'll read the rest of the messages. For now, let's head on to our commercial department to pay out some bills.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news beat.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
people, this not story time on Top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Catch up with the latest news updates on Echo 100.7 FM Owerri.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the news update in Echo 100.7 FM, the station with fair and balanced reporting. Here are the latest stories we're keeping tabs on. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the withdrawal of police officers attached to VIPs nationwide, directing that they return to core policing duties to strengthen national security. He said VIP protection will now be handled by the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, while also approving the recruitment of 30,000 additional police personnel. The directive was issued during a security meeting with service chiefs and the DSS Director General in Abuja. The decision follows long-standing concerns over the overstretching of the police force, with over 100,000 officers currently assigned to politicians, businessmen, and other VIPs. The federal government is working with states to upgrade training facilities and ensure improved operational efficiency as part of efforts to refocus the police on public safety. The federal government has scheduled meetings with ASU for November 24th and 25th to prevent a looming nationwide strike. ASU's NEC accused the government of delaying the implementation of previous agreements and warned that industrial action could resume without further notice if no progress is made. The union insists it has given the government enough time to act. However, the Minister of Education maintains that the administration has met ASU's demands and that President Tinubu has directed that there must be no strike in public universities. The outcome of this week's negotiations will determine whether ASU proceed with his threat or suspends the planned action. The Imo State government says it has received credible intelligence that the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company is allegedly planning a major power outage to sabotage the Light Up Imo project. Commissioner Declan Imulumba said the state has evidence that EEDC wants to frustrate efforts to provide steady and affordable electricity and is preparing to blame the outages on the installation of the new Orashi Electricity Company. He warned that the planned blackout could happen at any moment, describing it as an attempt to mislead residents and protect EEDC's monopoly. Emelumba said security agencies have been alerted and assured Imo people that the first phase of the Light Up Imo project, which will cover Owerri metropolis, is progressing well. The Osun state government has intensified security vigilance following rising banditry attacks in neighboring states. Governor Adeleke said a series of high-level security meetings were held over the past 3 weeks with service chiefs and border community leaders to prevent criminal infiltration. He added that proactive strategies have already been activated across key entry points in the state. Security agencies, including the police, DSS, NSCDC and Defense Headquarters have given special attention to Osun with strategic deployments in identified vulnerable areas. The governor urged residents to remain calm and law-abiding, assuring that the judiciary's internal issues will soon be resolved without executive interference. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak has confirmed the release of 38 abducted worshippers taken during an attack on Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku. He said President Tinubu played a key role in coordinating the rescue while appreciating federal and local security forces for their swift response. The freed victims are now receiving necessary support. The attack, which left 3 worshippers dead, sparked national outrage and renewed concerns over insecurity around Kwara's borders with Kogi and Niger. The incident ranks among the state's biggest mass abductions in recent years, prompting calls for stronger security reinforcements in the region. In business, the Federal Inland Revenue Service has dismissed allegations by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar claiming a private group was appointed to manage government revenue collection. The agency clarified that the payment structure in question only provides transaction channels and does not control or retain any public funds. All revenues, it stressed, go directly into the Federation account. Aderonke Atoyebi, aide to the FIRS chairman, said Atiku's remarks were misleading and risks politicizing a purely administrative process. She reaffirmed the agency's commitment to transparency and professionalism, adding that routine tax operations should not be misrepresented for political advantage. On the foreign scene, Brazil's former president Jair Bolsonaro has been detained for allegedly tampering with his ankle monitor while under house arrest as he appeals his conviction for plotting a coup after the 2022 election. Police found burn marks on the monitoring device, which Bolsonaro later admitted were caused by a soldering iron, prompting fears he was attempting to evade surveillance. A Supreme Court justice ordered his detention, citing potential obstruction, as supporters planned a prayer vigil near his residence. Bolsonaro's lawyers described the arrest as unnecessary and a violation of his religious freedom rights, vowing to challenge the decision as his appeal continues. In sports, Paul Pogba made his long-awaited return to professional football during Monaco's 4-1 loss to Reims, coming on in the 85th minute with his team already short-handed. The 32-year-old midfielder has been away from competitive action for more than 2 years due to a doping ban that was later reduced to 19 months by the Court of Arbitrary for Sport. His last competitive appearance was 811 days ago for Juventus in September 2023 before leaving the club by mutual consent in 2024. Pogba's emotional comeback marks a significant step in his attempt to revive his career with Monaco. And that's all for the news update at 10, edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms on Facebook at Echo FM, X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. Thank you for listening. My name is Best Beauty Goinfa. Good morning.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Every day,
every hour,
every minute,
and every second,
breaking news occur.
From our villages
In our cities,
New government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news,
security concerns.
We the people converge
To analyze
separating facts from fiction.
lies and truth.
We dissect.
We integrate.
We harmonize.
We criticize.
And we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the show, people. Welcome back to Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, and today we are discussing Nigerian security challenges. Why is Nigeria bleeding consistently? That is the voice of Peter Obi. Peter Obi has since joined in the conversation of the detention of IPOB. 10 days, 10 different happenings in Nigeria. We're going to go through all of them, one after the other. Look at the security challenges and what has been done and what needs to be done. All right, let's take a look at that. But before we go into all that, let's just read out all the messages that came in before we went on a break for the news update. All right. Let's start off with my man from Futo. All right, Elia Futo, engineer Ebuka texting from Futo. He just sent in another beautiful one. He says, a very good morning, Barry Cosmos. All Jews or Carlos so-called statements circulated on social media against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but a failed titration. What is the average titer? All right, it's a failed titration, an analytical procedure with zero endpoint accuracy and maximum experimental error. Jesus. On your photo. This is a senator whose legislative performance has consistently operated at subcritical levels, far below the minimum design specification. Expected someone claiming to represent his constituency, let alone the entire Igbo nation from which he originated. A man whose political behavior functions like a system with negative feedback, constantly destabilizing the very structure he is opposed to support, cannot and should not be regarded as a true son of Igbo. Instead, he behaves like a faulty component in an otherwise functional circuit, generating noise distortion and unnecessary heat. God. The last time he appeared in public shedding tears, he was behaving like a machine running at a high velocity ratio, but only 0.14 mechanical advantage. Jesus Christ. This one, enter. It's all motion, no meaningful output, all speed, no load capacity. A typical case of mechanical inefficiency that fails every test of structural integrity. Jesus. Well, frankly, his political trajectory resembles a corroded cantilever beam weakened by years of internal decay, incapable of bearing even the smallest societal load without buckling. His utterances against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are nothing but vibrations from an unbalanced rotor producing noise without power, oscillations without purpose. If anything, Orji Uzor Kalu has become a political transformer with severe core losses, wasting energy, dissipating heat, and delivering zero useful output to Ndigbo. His relevance has long dropped below the minimum tensile strength. Saying don't reach when go break. All right. He talks below the minimum tensile strength required of a genuine leader. Instead, Orji Uzor Kalu needs elasto-hydrodynamic lubrication on his brain. Jesus, oh God. Hey, Engineer Buka, texting from Futo. Those of you who don't understand scientific terminologies may not understand why I'm laughing and why I'm shouting. This equivalent is terrible. Jesus. Engineer, make Orji Uzor Kalu not read this message at all. All right, Dr. Mrs. Emma Olebara from Owerri says, God's love for our country is inexplicable, immeasurable, and boundless. So much as if ours is the only country he created. Think of the myriads of natural resources he bestowed on us, our very clement environment. No earthquakes, no hurricane, no volcanic eruption. Yet, we introduce into this land of divine blessings such plagues as human quakes, economic tsunami, dog-eating dog culture, human degradation, and social retrogression. We must all reap what we are sowing. May God have mercy on our people who hate themselves. That is the gospel according to Dr. Mrs. Emma Olebara. Thank you, ma'am. Mary Ohima says, good morning, my wonderful family. Barry, I greet you. Mary from Ohi. Thank you very much, Mary from Ohi. Mecca Dinkpa says, good morning, Barry Cosmos and Echo FM. Guru 1. This country called Nigeria, as it stands for now, is bleeding. You have joined Peter Obi to say, why are we bleeding consistently? Because of the selfish politicians, because they want to still be in power. Gumi is moving around without any interference of any security, but some who has no guns, knives, or other weapons was jailed without no reason. Barrio, have a great working day. This week, Dimpa from Umma Lumaku in the Himembano LGA. Thank you very much, Dimpa. We have this message from Vobono Shonda Mnolazi. What a name. He says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Share what's the country with bad government. May God help us in this country called Nigeria. Comrade Ampadek Nwosu is texting from Omakane Ohaji, the most peaceful community in Imo State. Says, good morning, Barry. Speaking for myself, the life imprisonment and transfer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto Central Prison amid security poses a great danger. I don't want to hear stories that touch the heart. Nobody should tell us that there is still jailbreak and he was killed. Having said that, I made bold to say that Igbo leaders are supposed to come together to negotiate for Kanu's release. Orji Uzor Kalu should take the lead because Bola Ahmed Tinubu was his colleague when they served as Lagos, or colleague when they served as Lagos in Abia State. Nnamdi Kanu is being humiliated for speaking against the marginalization of Ndigbo, whereas terrorists are having a field day in the north. All right, Chief Ben Okwonu from Awaka says, great Barry, it's quite sad that our leader country, our dear country is bleeding. His Excellency Mr. Peter Gregory Obi actually reflected the mood of the nation. Nigeria is bleeding because we have deliberately chosen the very wrong angels in handling national questions. Nigeria is bleeding because we enthrone leaders who clearly lack the capacity to deliver, whose whose visions are blurred by selfish interests and compounded by ethnic and religious concerns. Nigeria has the wherewithal to arrest these drifts if and only if we apply the right mentality. God help Nigeria. That's the gospel, according to Chief Ben Okwohono from Awaka. All right, quite a lot of messages. We'll take them along the way. Let's go back to the conversation. All right, people. Peter Obi, Peter Gregory Obi, the presidential candidate of the last election for the Labour Party, has been speaking. He spoke about the controversies surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's jail and the worsening security concern in Nigeria. Well, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has decried the collapsed structure security in Nigeria, stating that the country is bleeding because those elected to protect the nation have chosen comfort over courage, politics over people, and power over purpose. Wow, what a statement. Well, in a post via his verified X handle late on Sunday, that was yesterday night, Obi said that the past 10 days in Nigeria have witnessed unprecedented negative news, a level of chaos, insecurity, and institutional decay that should trouble the conscience of all their leaders. The former Anambra State governor decried that Nigeria is going through troubling times, not by fate, but by the collective leadership failures that allow insecurity, lawlessness, and institutional decay to thrive. All right. According to him, each day confronts the nation with a new tragedy and a new reminder that the beloved country is drifting amid a clear absence of competent, compassionate, responsive, and responsible leadership. All right. We have all watched a nation blessed with people of strength and resilience drift into avoidable disorder. We should be asking ourselves, are we cursed or are we the cause? Oh boy. Then cause us have been a weak cause. Now we be the main cause. Somebody cause Nigeria have been, and Nigeria be the cause. Jesus. All right, and just as I was speaking about this, I received yet another devastating report about the abduction of 13 female farmers in Askira, Uba LGA of Borno State today by suspected Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists. No serious nation survives on excuses, indifference, or absentee leadership. What we are witnessing is not inevitable. It is a direct consequence of us leaders not valuing human life. Nigeria is bleeding because those elected to protect the nation have chosen comfort over courage, politics over people, and power over purpose. That is the words of Peter Gregory Obi. He also added, we the leaders must remember that governance is not a title. I love this one. I be governor, not be a title. Odogo Oboro thy name. All right? It is a duty to protect every child, every community, and every citizen. Would we say, have we heard that from our leaders? We need competence, compassion, and a government that shows up when it matters the most. To every Nigerian shaking in the past 10 days, my heart is with you. You deserve safety. You deserve peace. We deserve a government that values our lives above politics. Nigeria must rise again. He tweeted. And this time around, he didn't write a new Nigeria is possible. Well, because it's a very sensitive times and sensitive matter, let it not be politicized, because if he uses a new Nigeria is possible, that is political mantra. They would not say he's playing politics. Maybe that's why he didn't do that. I'm just speculating anyway. But at the end of the day, he says Nigeria must rise again. And I believe in that. The only factor we do is, do you believe? Do you believe? I believe. Do you believe? Oh, yes, I believe. Do you believe? All right, if you go to the Catholic Church, you always ask that question, do you believe? Yes, I believe. I believe in da. But at the end of the day, what Peter Gregory Obi said has captured the mood in the country completely. He has said absence of leadership, people who have chosen comfort over courage. Yes. How true is this? Well, furthermore, the APC is knocking Peter Obi for his comment about Nnamdi Kanu's imprisonment. But the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Lagos State has slammed the 2023 Labour Party LP presidential candidate, Peter Obi, over his comment on the conviction of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Well, the Daily Post newspaper where I'm getting this says the report that Obi had described Nnamdi Kanu's arrest, detention, and eventual sentencing as unfortunate, adding that the process reflected leadership gaps and might heighten tension rather than reduce them. Obi made the remark in a statement titled Kanu's Conviction. Obi calls for dialogue, healing over hostility issues by his media aide. While reacting to the statement on Sunday, Lagos APC spokesperson Sheye Oladapo blasted Obi's position, saying it was inappropriate for a political actor to comment on matters still undergoing judicial review. What do you mean by undergoing judicial review? Somebody has been sentenced. What is a judicial review? Some people just talk without even knowing what they are saying. Well, Odalejo warned against making statements that could be interpreted as undermining national security institutions or court processes. Why is it that every time somebody speaks against something that is done that is evil or something that is wrong, they say it's undermining national security? Where is the security in the first place? Who is undermining it? Is what he said, is it now the terrorism charge? Because right now, it is not what you do that it constitutes terrorism, it's what you say. All right. This statement further argued that a consistent and balanced engagement is essential when addressing issues of national security and public order, stressing that all parties should respect judicial outcomes while allowing room for lawful appeal and dialogue where necessary. National security matters should not be influenced by political considerations and advise leaders to prioritize unity and stability in their public communications. But the federal government remains committed to handling issues related to terrorism, treason, and national stability in accordance with the law and constitution. We urge Nigerians to view Obi's statement within the broader context of ongoing political discourse and encourage restraint, emphasizing the need for responsible public commentary on matters of national importance. The statement said, all right, every time somebody like Peter Obi or a politician says something, the APC come charging at the person for saying what he thinks is a... So you don't have any right to your own opinion again. Why are we always doing this? That's the question. But what Peter Obi said, is it a lie or is it the truth? So I'm going to let you have your comment. Later, I'm going to bring out what Peter Obi said concerning Nnamdi Kanu's detention as well as imprisonment. That elicited this comment from the APC. Well, let's hear your take on all this part. Nigeria is bleeding. Peter Obi said it is because of absence of leadership. Leaders who choose comfort over courage. Leadership who choose their position over the people. Being a governor or president is not a title, but a duty to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. What do you make of that particular comment from Peter Obi? 0911 20,022. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you.
Yes, my name is Edaita Okujepi, Edu General from Odebogo, Hajima local government.
Welcome, the General.
Yes, it's unfortunate that the likes of Peter Obi, if they say the right thing, they turn it to be wrong. They say wrong thing, they say yes, that heaven have fallen. When Peter Obi say, I will not talk, they say, you will not talk now. We are waiting for you to talk. As soon as you open mouth to talk, every person will be against him. It's a terrible suit.
Uh-oh. Thank you very much, Uncle JP, the Radio General. Well, let's get your take. Good morning.
Yeah, buddy. Good morning, sir.
I greet you.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Good.
This is Samuel calling from Nazi.
Samuel, now who they do go there?
You're there for workshop.
You're there your workshop as usual, Sam. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I want to commend Engineer Buka for his timely script that describe the characteristics of former governor of Abia State.
I know you understand because we work with metal. So all those stencil and things.
I beg if you see engineer, you can give him one carton for my head.
No, wahala. I can see him.
In the trial, I like the way he laid down his script.
All right.
Yes, for people, you know that APC will always attack him because he is a headache in their system.
Okay.
You know, they stole his mandate, and they are still trying to make sure that he is not out there to speak again. That is to show you how truthful it is. When even Odjus Okalu said that it is some politicians that are sponsoring bandits and Boko Haram. Did you hear that? Odjus Okalu said it without missing words. So my brother, just know that some people in the APC and the PDP, they are the ones sponsoring insecurity in this nation. And I want to join Tito to ask them, why is our nation bleeding? God bless you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Straight Talk. Who am I line?
Good morning, my very good friend, Mr. Barry Cosmos. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very fine. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
Olubise Onyeze
Ezelobo.
Barry, my good friend, with the statement of Senator Odjus Okalu, have you seen that the script being read by the Justice Omotoshon, James Omotoshon, is being written and given to him to come and read out in that judgment day? We are a judge that is reading a judgment, and we are seeing the lawyers in the court, and he is not being seen, you know. So is it not a cashier that Nigerians are playing? Now, the statement of Mr. P2B, is it not Nigeria, is it not bleeding? Before now, we all know that Nigeria is bleeding. And the APC government, no matter how the attack comes from Lagos, because when P2B thought, they normally attack him from Lagos, because the Lagos state government and all the rest did not believe that Obi will win the Tinubu in Lagos state. That's why when attack comes, maybe intimidation is coming from there. But let me assure them, if at all there will be any election come 2027, they will still see the repeat of defeating Tinubu in Lagos state and in the West in general. So Nigeria is bleeding. And I ask, these people that are being released, the church people, have they counted any arrest? The police or the DSS or the military have been arrested in those people that are kidnapped the church people. No arrest yet. Still, they have been released. Nigeria, where are we heading to?
Thank you.
Answer me that question, Mr. Barry.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not Nigeria. How am I supposed to answer a Nigerian question? Come, you don't see anybody who say you understand Nigeria. You must, if you say you understand Nigeria, put up your hand. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
Morning.
Please, the network knocked me out that time.
You're lucky again. Go ahead.
Yes, on that. That's why I want to get to Radio General.
All right.
I was saying that the type of person that Peter Obi is in Nigeria, anytime anything happen in Nigeria, they will say, Peter Obi, talk. Now, you don't want to talk because you are supporting what happened. If he open mouth to talk, they will challenge him. If he doesn't talk, they will read meaning to his silence. So I'm saying that if you want me to say, I read what Peter Obi said concerning the imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu. What he has said, nothing wrong about it. That is one. Again, saying that Nigeria is also bleeding. Even a child knows that Nigeria is bleeding. Did you not hear even 8 women that went to farm in Brunei? They were all kidnapped. Kidnappers went to school, kidnapped students, everywhere, just like that. Nigeria is bleeding. We are even praying for our place here that all those things should not move into our state because no person will be able to help us here. No government will be able to protect us. They just do what they want to do and they go. Nigeria is bleeding. Thank you. I remain the Radio General.
Thank you very, very much for your contribution. All right, let's go back to our messages before we come back and give you the message of Peter Obi. As he said it, not me. All right, we have this one, Alphonsus Chima on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with Barry Cosmos today. He said, the nation bleeds because violence, terror, and injustice rule with citizens suffer. It's why the citizens suffer. And those in power ignore the pain. Peace will return when justice is seen to be done, accountability is clear, and the voices of citizens are truly heard. Alphonsus Chima from Imsu Junction. Thank you very much. Kamalu Peter Nemeka says, texting from Obibie Zina. He says, Barry, good morning. It has become obvious that Nnamdi Kanu has become a political prisoner. I know how frustrated he is when he decided to represent himself, but he should have maintained decorum when representing himself. Now that the FG has added more frustration to him, which I believe it to be part of punishment from Omotosho for the insult he received from Nnamdi Kanu. My prayer is for the appeal court to rule in favor of him. Thank God we are in democracy. He would be sentenced to death. All right? He would have been sentenced to death according to him. Thank you for that. Frank William, Comrade Chinedu Omezri from Awo Mama says, Barry, I'm upsetting right now. George Omotosho have done his own to Nnamdi Kanu, but God is coming for him. But what is the speech Orji Uzor is talking about? Does it mean the FJ is not seeing Mr. Gumi, seeing what Mr. Gumi is doing? This is marginalization of Igbos. Let our God fight for us. I'm Comrade Chinedu Omezri from Awo Mama. Jude Baja is no, I'm not going to use that word. Thank you very much. All right. Architects OPZ and Wilmer from Waxley said that one Generalissimo International Barry Cosmos. Nigeria is bleeding because Nigeria has shed a lot of innocent blood from 1966 to the present. A British business enterprise with their Fulani business associate. MNK's problem is mainly from Igbo governors who selfishly swallow anything from the caliphate to belong and remain in power. Orji Uzor and his likes are part of the Southeast problem. Most of the killings in Igbo land were from the unknown gunmen, the security agencies, and the foreign elements in our midst, and not particularly IPOB. This injustice on MNK, leaving the terrorists to roam free, will come to an end soon, and the rising sun will shine. Uchenna Onukogo says, gracias de Radio Masia. Okay? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's demands are not extraordinary. He simply seeks the uniform application of the law as enshrined in a legal code applicable to all Nigerian citizens in the context of judicial proceedings. The law mandates that both litigants be permitted to deliver a final address. The rationale underlying this provision is that the final address represents the last opportunity for an individual to provide a comprehensive account of their situation, highlights pertinent facts, and mount a defense prior to the pronouncement of judgment. In insisting on his right to final address, Nnamdi Kanu is, in effect, advocating for the rigorous adherence to established judicial protocol, thereby ensuring that the court has access to all relevant information prior to delivering its verdict. This issue transcends the realms of politics and sentiments. Rather, it constitutes a fundamental matter of fair hearing. Thank you very, very much, Uchenna Onukogo, for your message. Chris Ogbonna says, one and Vice Marshal on radio. All right. Omotosho and federal government is wicked. How can they send Kanu to Sokoto prison, knowing fully well that Sokoto is the headquarters of Fulanis? They want him to die. But God will not grant their illicit wish to Kanu. For Omotosho, it will not be well with him. For some Igbo prominent men who have been celebrating about the life imprisonment of Kanu, they will soon cry wolf. Chai, Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. That means the Fulanis will start to slaughter Igbos like fowl. The only savior for Igbo now is pray that Trump to come. Comrade Chris Ogbonna JP from Umugoma. Julie Nasike Stainless Jelly says, good morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Cossey. As you rightly said, last week has completely filled with horrendous and heartbreaking news. Climax with a life imprisonment slammed on MNK on Orji Uzor claim about more than 30,000 people that were killed in the Southeast. Oh, can he prove it? How can a sane human being turn around to kill the people he is suffering and dying to protect. One woman activist who boldly confronted the military about the killings in the Southeast proved that some people were sent to kill the Southeastern people just to give MNK a bad name to nail him on the cross of the DSS. From all indications, the plan to slam life imprisonment on Nnamdi Kanu was premeditated, as everywhere was charged with bank gates shut and the police off the road. I feel that the drama was to infuriate and incite the Igbo nation to react just to justify the baseless claim that the Igbos are troublesome. My candid advice to the Igbo is to be calm and peaceful and put our hope and trust in God. He will surely fight for us. Ezine Lady Julie Nasike sent in that one. Austin Ezeribe says, good morning, Barry. Why take MNK to Sokoto for Christ's sake? Sheikh Gumi is busy negotiating with terrorists and walking freely. Imagine saying don't provoke them after peace talk. Don't be surprised he's one of their sponsors. Withdrawing police officer from so-called VIPs and elites is a good one. They use it to intimidate the common man and the street. The big man on radio, stop giving Chief Jude Waja more time on radio. As for Oju Zakalu, he will suffer. All right, thank you very much. Austin is in Zeribe. Well, like you said, the time is mine. I give it to who I want to give. So Chief Jude is my man. He talks and we have a dialogue. It's a very simple thing. Most of the time, you people always want to attack Chief Jude. I always tell you people, everybody's entitled to his opinion. He may not like it, but definitely his opinion also add a dimension to the show, making it very interesting. So everybody, whether you are happy or you're not happy, let's leave Chief Jude Ubaja alone and let him enjoy his own time. Time will come. Everybody to your tent is when the time comes. All right, thank you very, very much. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
I greet you.
Man. Hi,
buddy.
I'm okay. My name is Communism Father Chidozie.
Okay, carry go.
My location has not changed. I'm still calling from my hometown. No more cannot actually.
Is Chimaroko back there? Chimaroko, if it does not come with a live check-in, you shouldn't come back to Imo State again.
no, there's no problem. I will tell him.
All right, carry go.
I will tell him. But to be honest with you,
okay.
Nigeria is really boiling. There is not fast in Nigeria. No matter who says it, whether it's Peter Obio, whether it's Ompadekyo, whether it's Barrio, the truth is that Nigeria is really facing a very serious security challenge. And it is quite unfortunate that the federal government is not really doing anything about it. And we don't know who will be a victim. This is not a time to play politics. Maybe to defend the APC or speak against APC. Nigerians must wake up by calling a spade a spade.
All right.
The kind of insecurity we have now, I've never experienced it before, even the time of Buhari. So I'm Mr. President to please up his game. Up his game, because these are human beings for crying out loud. These are not animals. These are not chickens. These are human beings. Human beings, and life is sacred. But in Nigeria, it seems like life is no longer sacred. People continue playing politics with insecurity. It's not unfortunate. Meanwhile, what our brother Ojo Carlo said yesterday on Channels Television, right. I think he was just seeking media attention. He was just he was doing eye service. So he should be just mindful of what he's saying, because I see him as an enemy of Ndibo. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, on our WhatsApp we have good morning, Mr. Barry, my in-law. Comrade Godson from Okorodurekwe in Isu LGA. Say, Barrio, what do you expect from a child whom you have beaten the black and blue in a contest election? We understand what the Lagos APC is suffering from, so we don't blame them anytime they attack Obi's statement. For Oju Zakalo, former governor of Abia, please help him remind him that another cry is waiting for him in the House of Senate come 2027. Thanks, my in-law. Have a blissful day ahead. Thank you very much, in-law. It's a wonderful time to be with you. All right, Collins Oswago says, my name is Collins Oswago, a.k.a. Motion, texting from Imo Poly. What I understand is that we should not believe anything we hear without thinking. That's why those fishes died. All right? Nah, that's not our news. He's saying, good morning, Barry, and the listener. Unfortunately, a politician like Ojo Zakalu, who is from Igbo extraction, is playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu's case at this critical time. I guess he wants to be the Senate president, so he wants to sell out his brother Nnamdi Kanu for his selfish interest. This is too bad. A motion from Imopoli. Okay. Obed, Comrade Abed Chidi or Emerson Yenyiri. He said from Wedra Road, yes, Nigeria is really bleeding because of our poor governance and maladministration, bedeviling Nigeria by the ruling APC led by PBAT administration. It's only in Nigeria that armed killer Fulani headsmen value cattle rather than humans. It is only in Nigeria that terrorists, bandits, Lakurawa, unknown gunmen, ISWAP, ISIS, dreaded Boko Haram, insurgency, and armed killers, Fulani headsmen, ravaging Nigeria, walks freely the streets of Nigeria boldly, while a freedom fighter like an illegally detained IPOB leader, Onyendumazo Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike Ndibo Nile Gburuburu, are jailed in Sokoto State Correctional Facility with no existing law, having been vindicated last October by the Nigerian Appeal Court. All right, very lengthy one. Let's just let it there. We also have good morning, Mr. Barry. What is happening in Nigeria is not democracy. It is do as you like, but Igbos can't do as they like. Nigeria is worse than Sudan, Afghanistan, and Syria put together. Guru, Mr. President traveled to South Africa while his house is on fire. No, he did not travel. It is the Vice President that traveled. Juju from Ikwere said, have Oju Zakalu finish his prison serving? Let him keep quiet. Ha, ha, ha. All right, let's move back to the callers. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Sabare.
Kachi Senekua, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Happy New Week.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
My name is Hutchison Ekuha. I am calling from my community of in one local government. Yeah, you see, there's something we say that it is good to look before you eat.
All right.
And we also say that what goes around comes around. Dr. Carlo is good at this thing he is doing now.
Okay.
He is good at presenting without looking at the back. All these things he's saying with his two mouths. I think that it's high time media stations begin to remind him the time he was equally convicted. Yes, because we can't come out and be saying all these things. When we expect Igbo leaders to come out in solidarity, and he is saying all these things, someone should remind him under a sitting senator, under President Buhari, why he was convicted to prison. So people should equally remind him why he is saying all this. I don't know how to put it. All the things he is saying on radio. That's my submission. That is the impact of us.
All right, thank you very much. All right, let's go back to the message by Peter Obi as it concerns Nnamdi Kanu's conviction. For those of you who have not read that message, let me just take some few minutes and read them out. Well, according to Peter Obi, he says, he stated on a statement on his X handle on Saturday, Mr. Obi said the conviction of the IPOB leader could worsen insecurity in the southeast. The news of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's conviction should compel every well-meaning Nigerian to pause and reflect. This is coming at a time when our beloved nation is facing severe economic hardship, insecurity, and the consequences of poor governance, Mr. Obi wrote, where rather than reducing tension, this unfortunate development may well only aggravate the tension. He said he has maintained that dialogue, constructive engagement, and inclusive governance offered a path to lasting peace, adding that coercion would have been necessary only when reason had been exhausted. In this case, I submit that the reason was not only not exhausted, but was probably not explored at all, not fully explored, he argued. Well, the former governor continued, the concerns Kanu raised were not unheard of. The issues for which he demanded solutions were not insoluble. It only required wisdom, empathy, and willingness to listen. In any functional society, such grievances are met with dialogue and reforms aimed at strengthening unity. He also said Mr. Obi argued that rather than prosecute Mr. Kanu, the Nigerian government should have resorted to political solutions, negotiated settlement, and even amnesty to settle the matter. The former governor stressed that such approaches are often explored when legal processes alone cannot serve the broader interest of peace and stability. The government's approach has only deepened mistrust and created an avoidable distraction at a time when citizens are overwhelmed by harsh economic realities and insecurity. He said, on the government's approach to Mr. Kanu's matter and conviction, he emphasized that the handling of Mr. Kanu's case mirrors the government as a man trapped in a hole, but who, instead of looking for a way out, keeps digging deeper. Oh, my God. It worsens not only the government predicament, but also the nation's collective conditions, he said. Obi argued, Nigerian leaders chose dialogue and reconciliation rather than hostility and retaliation by addressing grievances with justice and fairness. That is what Peter Obi is advocating for. And my ultimate call at this time, without prejudice, to how anyone feels about the decision of the court, is for us to be optimistic for peace and reconciliation, which will come in the end. I am also saying thereby that the presidency, the Council of State, and credible statesmen who love this country and who are interested in the cohesion and inclusivity should rise to the occasion for a lasting solution. That is the message of Peter Obi to Nigerian government and Nigerian people. Good morning and welcome aboard.
Hello, good morning, buddy.
Kasim.
Thank you, my brother. You have know my voice.
Now.
I tell you. My name is Kasim. I'm calling from Iyagba. Yes, my own contribution is this. Whether Nigeria is bleeding or not, what do you expect Mr. President to do? Because this democracy we are practicing in Nigeria, there is something behind this insecurity, especially in the north. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Mr. President has tried his best. Retire some generals and they promote the youngest one to the general. And do this and do that under his feet, war. For you to know that there is a terrorist in government, according to what Jonathan said when Jonathan was president of Nigeria. So for me, with this democracy in Nigeria that we used to practice, I'm not sure that this government, anybody who come as a president of Nigeria can defeat these terrorists. Because these terrorists and the foreigner, their hand behind. These people used to supply this terrorist weapon in the bush. You go see helicopter will come drop this thing for them. And some people in government, they benefit from these people. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. The only solution for us to do is only God can help us for this country. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very, very much, my brother. Yes. All right. On our YouTube, we have Abaleke Chigoze says, good morning, bro. Barry, whether a ransom was paid or not, the good news remains that the abductors have gained their freedom. The abducted ones have gained their freedom. The president is to be blamed for everything. Let the poor people breathe. That is the gospel according to Abaleke Chigoze. All right, thank you. Sending your message. Our YouTube, please. Okay, tomorrow, not only YouTube, I could take message. Everybody join me on YouTube. So that we will grow. Please, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. At least, it don't reach 3 weeks now. We don't shout this thing. Never still reach 1,000 followers. No, I don't like that. Let's get this thing to at least 1,000 followers. We're still at 500. No. We should get to 1,000. This week. All right, people. Show me love. I want to see the numbers increase. Subscription now. Mine still like 5 people don't pinch. Subscribe. And I'll be going home happy this morning. Subscribe to Echo FM and Straight Talk on YouTube. Subscribe to Straight Talk. Subscribe to Echo FM on YouTube. It is just type Echo FM. That's it. You don't need anything. Just type Echo space FM on YouTube and you will get it. 100.7 straight up. Subscription is free. Just you go see one black thing with the right subscribe. Punch them. Just punch them. You don't finish. You know you collect money. Just click it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it is all over. All right, just before we go, let me make some announcement again. We are doing our promotion starting by 1st of December. A lot of people have started coming. Don't wait until December reach before you come. By the time you come, there will be no space. We'll play your advert for 12 o'clock for midnight, no vex. So just make sure you join the Echo FM family. Click on the link you'll be seeing on our YouTube and, of course, on our other social media handles, and then you will be glad you did. Our promo will be starting 1st of December, all through December till 31st of December. If you have 10 slots of advert on our radio station, we will give you 2 extra free slots. If you carry 20 slots, you will get 5 extra slots free of charge. If you have 30 slots, you will get 10 extra slots free OC. That is the promo on Echo FM. So everybody, hurry now and take advantage of this. Remember, 10 slots is not a joke. You will get 10 free slots to advertise, and that means more money. All right, I'll take one last call before we go. Ooh, left, right hand of God. Good morning.
Good morning, my good friend, Barry.
My last caller, you have 1 minute. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, Barry. I beg, may your days continue to be long.
Amen.
As long as I still remember the radio square.
Oh, boy.
My brother, you see,
yeah,
it's a very good governance. Do you know that government can pick from one person's better opinion?
Yeah.
Something of the opinion of Peter Obidia, if you listen to it, it's a very wiseful one. Although, yes, because he is from the opposition. You understand me? That is the reason why they are now seeing it as a politically statement. But for people to know that if that particular opinion is being implemented, are you getting me?
Yeah.
There might be progress in it, irrespective of where the opinion is coming from. Like, for instance, as we contribute our own opinion to matters arising in every radio station, are you getting me?
Yeah.
Any good thing that can help from that our opinion and do something useful. That is my own partake. Let me just stop here because of our time.
Thank you.
My brother.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you all for being part of the program, making Echo FM your favorite station and Straight Talk your favorite program. I appreciate you all. For those of you whose messages I couldn't read, apologies. But definitely they are up there on our social media and everybody can see them. Keep listening to Echo FM. Don't even think about touching the dial because up next is the Slim Diva with Health Revolution. My name is Barry Cosmos and I say adios.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Chukwuemeka Wanchukwu, popularly known as BM Priest,